Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Smugglers, a Korean movie from 2023 that was directed by Ryoo Seung-wan. This is another director who I cover quite often on this channel. I've reviewed No Blood, No Tears, Arahan, The City of Violence, The Unjust, The Berlin File, Veteran, The Battleship Island, and Escape from Mogadishu. And I think we could probably all agree that The Battleship Island is his worst film by a country mile, but, give me your thoughts in the comments section below. Is The Battleship Island this director's worst film? I think it is. So I was worried about this guy after that one came out, but he has recovered in recent years with some good movies. So, how is Smugglers? Let's find out. So the following plot synopsis was taken from the website Songyun's Private Palace. They do some pretty good reviews over there. The movie, which is mainly set in a small fictional port city in the 1970s, begins with the extended prologue part establishing the conflict between its two female main characters. Chun-ja, played by Kim Hye-soo, and Jin-suk, played by Jung-ah. Along with several other people, they have worked as divers called Hanyo for Jin-suk's father, but their work has been jeopardized by pollution by the nearby chemical plants. Things seem to get a little bit better thanks to their little smuggling activities that they begin. But, of course, something bad happens. And Chun-ja manages to escape authorities and disappears. And everyone thinks that she betrayed them. So that's kind of how things start off. The opening scenes involve both of our lady protagonists who are swimming underwater for legitimate finds. They're looking for like shellfish, abalone, which is quite tasty, and other seafood. But again, their haul isn't that good because of the pollution and stuff. So they start doing some shady stuff to earn money, and Kim Hee-soo's character escapes while Jung-ah goes to jail. And then we do a flash forward to present. Now, most of the films I mentioned at the beginning of this review are probably safely classified as action movies. This is what we have mostly come to expect from this director. Now, most surprisingly, Smugglers is very different from most of Ryoo's other films. He has done some dramas as well, of course, but this is not really an action movie per se. It's basically a drama for the opening hour and a half, with all of the action backloaded to the last 30 minutes of the film. So this means that, only the final act of Smugglers concerns itself with, action. And I think this is important to understand before going into it, all right? But thankfully, there is a bit of energy to the drama and the character interaction. I mean, the cast in this is very good. I'll always remember Jung-ah as the evil stepmother from A Tale of Two Sisters, which is my favorite movie ever. So, of course, I'm going to, always remember her for that. But she's always been good in everything she's been in. And longtime fans of Korean cinema will remember Kim Hye-soo from movies like Taz of the High Rollers and The Thieves. Go-min, who was recently seen in The Frog, has a small supporting role, although she doesn't really get to strut her stuff like she got to do in that K-drama. Then we get Jo In-sung from A Dirty Carnival, and Park Jung-min. They head up the male leads. All right, so a lot of familiar faces, and the acting is solid, and that's a big positive to this. The period setting does provide some entertainment value as well, the 1970s, the clothing and a few of the interior sets. But I do think the runtime probably could have been shortened a bit. Pacing for that first hour and a half is good, but it could have been trimmed and tightened up a bit. Now, production-wise, there are a lot of scenes that were shot underwater in this film. Probably a complete pain in the frickin' butt to film. And props to the actors who did some of their own swimming. It seemed like they were swimming underwater instead of having a special effect CGI type thing. But if that's true, it was pretty impressive because I did not see many oxygen tanks. So that makes everything pretty legit, I think, in terms of the underwater stunts. And all of these underwater scenes are nicely lit and well shot. So if you like movies involving boats at sea and diving, that's another big reason to watch this along with the cast list. Now, in regard to the action, it arrives so late in the film, I almost don't want to say what happens exactly because if you've avoided the trailer, which I typically do for a lot of these films, you'll be wondering, like, what type of action is going to show up at the end of this flick. So I'm going to keep that a secret just because it happens in the last act. But what I will say is that the action set pieces are effective and fun to watch. All right, so overall, I quite enjoyed The Smugglers, but do not go into this expecting an action fest. All right. It's currently available streaming online. I think I saw this. I can't remember which streaming site I watched this on, but you'll be able to find it. Oh, actually, I got the DVD. There's a DVD on Yes Asia that I bought. I'm not sure if it's streaming. Yep. So, as always, folks, I'll see you next time.